Welcome back, guys, to another game of Dune Imperium Digital. We are playing Beast Raban. Let's get into it. So the reason I picked Beast is because, well, he was the only leader that kind of seemed reasonable to pick here, other than maybe Baron, and I don't really like playing Baron. We draw both of our diplomacies together, which is kind of annoying, but we'll figure it out. Ideally, with Beast, you kind of want to pick up one diplomacy and have your other diplomacy in your second action, so you can get like round two Swordmaster guaranteed. But didn't work out this time. No worries, that's okay. We can probably still aim for like a round three Swordmaster, right? If we don't get a round two. So that's fine. We can probably just open with Wealth if we see it. I doubt we're gonna see Wealth, especially with Yuna ahead of us and Paul being ahead of us. Paul's probably gonna go Fold Space. Might even decide to go like Fremkit. Oh, sorry, might go Stillsuit's Research Station. There is Stitch Horror out there, so there might be considerations for that possibly. I would suggest. Oh, Baron's gonna go Fold Space. Interesting. I guess Baron's planning on going Fold Space already if he has double Diplos. So that leaves the door open for Paul Atreides to go smuggling, smuggle into a round two Swordmaster maybe. If he gets like smuggle Welt and next round smuggles as well, but I doubt we're gonna. I mean, I doubt he's gonna see Welt, especially with Yuna in the game. Yuna's probably gonna go Welt into. I mean, maybe Mentat. I don't know. Maybe probably not Mentat. Maybe Welt might just be like a Welt. Um, Arakeen still says he has double Diplo, but we're gonna go still so it doesn't matter. We're gonna probably only put in one for now. Don't think I want to deploy anything more yet. Just one, and we'll go in. I mean, next round if you see Hardy, I don't hate playing your Hardy because then if you can at least maybe set up for, we can maybe even buy a Chris knife off the row, and it's some sort of Fremen access. Typically, you want to get an early alliance with Beast so that your Signal Ring becomes super powerful, meaning you dominate combats, whether it's early combats or late combats, and you can score victory points whenever you want as long as you find your Signal Ring. So if I get to see Hardy Warriors, I would be more than happy because next round I still have the option of going to Haga Basin and having enough spice to go to Conspire. And assuming Baron gets shipping, that's gonna give me one Solari there, which puts me up to six. Sorry, puts me up to seven because I'm beast and start with one. And then when Paul Atreides smuggles down, he also gives me one Solari, so that's gonna be eight. So that's my plan of getting Swordmaster. I'm gonna wait for two players to smuggle down, and I'm gonna maybe go to Conspire. I mean, to be fair, I could also just smuggle down myself, assuming I win combat. Imperial Basin from. Okay, so now I definitely do just get Hardy Warriors. I might even consider maybe going. There, I mean, is there ever a world maybe I go like Great Flat? It was Great Flat do for me? Absolutely nothing, does it? Yeah, Great Flat does not do anything for me. I mean, like, because I don't have a diplomacy next round. Yeah. Okay, so I guess Yuna. Oh, yeah. I mean, Yuna probably has no blue. I guess that's why that's the reaction. Okay, Yuna's planning on going Mentat, and tech negotiation got blocked. Okay, so we actually get an easy combat here, right? I mean, since we have an easy combat, I mean, we're still gonna go Hardy Warriors, obviously, but we'll probably deploy in. I guess I guess it's always good to deploy in three because like if Yuna's probably gonna come in for two spice, I would think instead of like instead of the shipping bump. I mean, I feel like the two spice is a little bit more useful for you. I mean, it's fine if she doesn't want it. Or if we get second, we're also pretty happy. It doesn't really matter. I'm literally only doing it for the Emperor bump or for the Fremen bump, so that I can get like Chris Knife and maybe try to tackle on the Fremen alliance early on before Baron gets to it. But Baron's obviously gonna go Hardy Warriors at some point and get an instant pump on Fremen anyway, so it doesn't. It's not gonna slow. Oh, I like Schutzer. Schutzer's pretty good. Schutzer's a nice little Emperor card, but the problem is I'm kind of chasing the Fremen alliance and don't really want to contest the Emperor Lance. Oh yeah, I mean as expected, we Yuna has no water, so she can't go to Haga Basin, and she has to early reveal for five. Oh, no Fremen card, no Chris Knife for us. That's fine. We'll see what gets revealed instead. Five persuasion. Yuna decides by the voice and buys Freighter Fleet. I guess she is gonna probably pick up no Fremen cards on the row or Fremen access cards on the row, except for Treachery, but obviously it's too expensive for us. So we're gonna atomics here for persuasion. We might find a Fremen card. We do find a Fremen card, but it was just out of our price range. However, we are not gonna be saying no to Dissecting Kit. Um, the one thing that sucks about Dissecting Kit is that we didn't play our experimentation this round. However, we are probably gonna play our experimentation next round with like a Haga Basin play. Assuming we see a Haga Basin, we're probably guaranteed to see Haga Basin anyway because we are gonna. Apollo Trade is probably gonna go smuggle. Has no water to go Haga, and we also get a troop back. So we are pretty. We have our garrison refilled. We do our signaling, so this action we're probably gonna go hog a basin and then play signaling to Arakeen so that we can get conspire next round for sure. Because as long as they don't draw our diplomacy, that is. But if we draw our diplomacy, I mean, then it's gonna be really really sad, and we have to hope to redraw into our diplomacy next round, or we had to find some sort of emperor access so that we can increase our outs of hitting diplomacy. The other option would be maybe go like Haga Mentat, because I mean, assuming Polytry. Oh, Paul goes really over smuggling. Seriously, why? What does that do for him? Keeping of smuggling is crazy. I mean, I could go smuggling, but what does that do for me? Like, I mean, I would only get to 7. Okay, well, not that I. Okay, so well, I don't have a choice anyway. So I guess Yuna's gonna go smuggle next round for Swordmaster on round 3. So Baron's probably gonna go full. No, Baron's gonna go Hardy. Yeah, Baron's gonna go Hardy Warriors. He's gonna get his access to shipping. Baron's gonna go Hardy Warriors Interstellar shipping. I believe that's the line. Um, Paul Atreides, that's such an interesting. Oh, that's 6 spice. That is a highliner if I've ever seen one. So we're gonna see Hardy Warriors from Baron. He's gonna full send it on Interstellar shipping, thinking he's gonna win the combat, but in fact, he's probably gonna lose the combat to Paul Atreides, who's gonna go deep. He's gonna go highliner. And that's actually really good for us because that slows down Baron in a way. And Paul Atreides kind of gets access to shipping. I mean, he does. He did it by Chome Delegate, so he's always going to be behind Baron, but Delegate will allow him to skip that line once. No, he's going to go Fold Space. Interesting. Not playing for the Highliner, not playing for the Hardy Warriors. I guess he's expecting the Highliner, so he's planning on going, and maybe he's planning on waiting to Hardy Warriors so that, he actually wins the combat and doesn't waste the troops, which I think is completely fair. But yeah, as I mean, he's gonna rip Highliner here. He wins. I mean, you win the combat here is actually really nice for him because it's the Carthag flag and Duke, not Duke. Paul Atreides can probably play for like around what is this round 3, 4, around 6 Swordmaster, right? Because Yuna's probably gonna go smuggling next round. She's gonna get Swordmaster. I need to make sure I'm in position to go get Swordmaster as well. I mean, I'm just having a little chat with Paul Atreides here. It's been a while since I've seen a round 2 Highliner. I've done it myself. It was done with Memnon though, because I it was like what was the line? It was like I got like Lisan Al Gaib for 1 extra spice. I went Fold Space Action 1. I saw Lisan Al Gaib. I went like deep Haga Basin. I scored like 2 spice from the combat, and then I went like Highliner. So it was like I scored 3 spice from. I scored 6 spice in one round, and then I just went Highliner into shipping, which is kind of cool. Um, anyways, 14 strength in on round 2. Don't see that too often. Polytrees does finds the water to maybe go research station to pick up Stitched. However, he is out of position to pick up Stitched because, well, if as long as other players find their experimentation ahead of him, they'll do it first, like me. Um, yeah, I mean, I went Great Flat here because I need the spice to go conspire on round 4 at least, so that I have enough to get Swordmaster. And I really have to play for a round 4 Swordmaster because if I don't get the round 4 Swordmaster, I am in a lot of trouble because I'm not gonna see Swordmaster until round. Well, I'm not gonna see Swordmaster for the rest of the game because Baron's probably gonna get Swordmaster round 4 if I don't, and then Atreides is gonna get Swordmaster on round 5, and then I'm gonna get round 6. So that's really really slow compared to what I want to be at. Anyways, we're gonna see some reveals here. Yuna picks up Slig Farmer, which is a really nice card for Yuna here. We have 2 daggers. We're gonna get second in this combat, which gives me spice to Highliner myself, but I don't really care about highlining. I'm more interested in playing for Conspire. I think that's probably the right play. 2 daggers from Baron. I guess he could have gone Hardy Warriors, but with 2 daggers. But then again, like it's super risky because once Paul Atreides goes to Haga Basin, he is kind of inferring he's gonna planning on going Highliner. I'm just surprised Paul Atreides didn't go smuggle down because the thing is, if Paul Atreides smuggles down, right, then he forces Baron to not smuggle down next round, or he forces Yuna to not smuggle down next round. I guess Yuna wouldn't have been able to smuggle up anyway, so he basically just forces Baron to not smuggle down before he gets Swordmaster him. But by that time, it's too slow because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the whole like the full logistics of it, but it would just make sense that he wouldn't be able to pull it off. Anyways, Yuna's gonna smuggle down here. She's gonna pick up Solari. Gives us Solari as well. We did find our diplomacy, and we find dispatch and envoy, which is huge, by the way. It gives us options to go conspiring. It gives us options to play our experimentation to still suits. Again, right? We want to pick up the Fremen alliance as quick as possible. We also have enough persuasion to maybe even consider playing a dagger to still suit so that we can maybe buy like glimpse is huge. We can even go gather. We can even go. We could even go hardy warriors with a dagger and try to win the combat. I mean, but the combat doesn't do much for me though. Is the issue? Yeah, that's kind of annoying. The combat doesn't do much for me. Like, what do I get from winning combat? Like a revisit to conspire? Doesn't seem great. Okay, we're gonna see a Hardy Warriors play from Baron Harkonnen. So he's gonna go get. Oh, he's gonna get a bump on spacing. So that when he goes shipping, he gets 8 Solari for Swordmaster. Well, he is a little bit late because if he smalls down for the Solari, I get Swordmaster money. And Yuna's gonna get it this round, unless she has no green, which would be really, really bad for her. But I assume she has green. So she's gonna go with Swordmaster. I'm gonna get Swordmaster next round. And Imperial Basin from Paul Atreides, he just spent 6 spice. He's just collecting his spice again. Maybe he wants to go Conspire eventually for Swordmaster because, again, he's targeting Swordmaster on round 5. Right? Oh, no, he's targeting Swordmaster on round 6. So he has a little bit of time to get Swordmaster. Unless he finds, like, an infiltrator or, I don't know, embedded agent, then he could, find a way to get to Swordmaster. Or even invasion ships, but there's no invasion ships out there. At least I'm not sure. Um, I am going to play Glimpse of Path here, find my dagger, which is really, really annoying because now I have to play my dispatch to still suits and then try to pick up still guard that way. I was really hoping to find like one of the cards, one of the one persuading cards. Um, yeah, now I'm just really, really sad. I guess I could go to either High Council or Mentat, but then if I go High Council or Mentat, then I don't see Swordmaster on round 4. And then if I don't see Swordmaster on round 4, I don't see Swordmaster until round 6. So that is really, really bad for me. Terrible, terrible draw there on dagger. I mean, I think I might just have to play my dagger to Fremkit here, but the problem is like if I play my dagger, then I don't play my experimentation, meaning I'm out of position to like start playing my dissecting kits. Like also the other bad part about drawing my dagger here is that at least next round I would have been able to play my dagger with dissecting kit to get Swordmaster, and then when I get Swordmaster together, I end up I had the option of trashing my dagger, and then it just calls it out, and I would get like Stilgar, but that's not gonna work out. I guess my best option here is to buy like a liaison. Yeah, I mean, just letting Friachi know. I love having conversations with the Dune chat. I think it's really cool. I think it's really engaging. Um, I hate when people are super silent. I mean, Baron gives us the Solari that we need. He's gonna give himself the Solari that he needs. So, Sonic Sleeper's picked up from Baron Harkonnen. Makes sense. Yeah, I had to play my experimentation there because I need to make sure I'm gonna eventually be able to pull off dissecting kits on its reveal. I guess I'm literally just hoping and praying that I find my dagger here. I actually don't know what the right play was. Should I have gone dagger to still suits or should I have played experimentation to still suits? I mean, ideally, I would have been able to play experimentation still suits and still be able to rail for Stilgar, but it doesn't work out. But this is fine because I still have the ability to play my experimentations like Hardy Warriors or not experimentation. My diplomacy to Hardy Warriors or even still suits and get my alliance that way so that my signet ring starts doing you know more than just one troop, a little bit more damage in the combat. In terms of points, I mean we're getting Swordmaster here round 3, right? Oh, is it round 4? Sorry, round 4. We're gonna get Swordmaster on round 4. We are looking to. I mean, what would suck is if we draw no daggers because then I would have to basically play my dissecting with like a recon when I trash the recon instead of a dagger. It's not that bad to trash a recon, I guess, but realistically, I would prefer to trash the dagger instead. I guess it's gonna be Swordmaster with Signet Ring, and then hopefully find dagger. Right? What's the other option? I guess I have no other option. It's just like I'd have to just play my experimentation to like uh Great Flat. It'd be like Swordmaster, Great Flat, and then go from there. Oh, he's gonna atomics here for 4 persuasion. Is this gonna be a guild ambassador? I mean, it kind of is, right? Guaranteed. So Baron is having a very, very nice game. He picks up the alliance, and right as soon as he picks up the alliance, he is rewarded for picking up that alliance. Guild ambassador found, and he's just gonna start churning at points with guild ambassador. I mean, you do need to get like 3 spice to be fair, but 3 spice is just one trip to Haga Basin on a +1, so it's not. It's like realistically 1 water for a point. which is a really good conversion rate if you think about it. I mean, it's a one action too, but you know, anybody's fun at spending one action to get a victory point. Hmm. Okay. Two persuasion on reveal, nothing too crazy except we buy Stitch Tour. Um, we, I guess we could have bought Stitch Tour. I guess we could have gone up instead of down, but eh. I guess maybe going up should have been better because then I get Stitch Tour, which is nice. Hmm. Maybe that was also a mistake. I don't know. Actually, know what I was supposed to do with my expectation there. I really like going down because I kind of want to go down and then up, and then when I go up, I actually have the ability to play my, I mean, trash my daggers from either discard or something because I might not be able to trash them with my dissecting kit, but that's fine. And we pick up two spice here, gives us options to go select a rating. We find our experimentation. I mean, it's definitely Swordmaster here, and then experimentation with not experimentation. Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, I could go research station with my experimentation, couldn't I? Because then I go research station with my experimentation. Not experimentation. I go research station with my dissecting kit and recon, and I draw a couple of cards, right? I trash the recon, which gives me which gives me a specimen. I get a research bump, which gives me another trash, assuming I draw a dagger. So I could trash that dagger as well. And then my last action can just be playing my, either play my diplomacy to still suits if I find diplomacy, or playing my experimentation to Imperial Basin if I find it. Even smuggling, whatever's open, I don't mind. Could be could be an option. The other thing is I could also maybe look to. I think that's about. I mean, I guess it's Arakeen here, right? Is it Arakeen or Research Station? Okay, so Haga's gone. That's fine. I mean, we're in the water anyway. That's assuming I go Research Station. I can always go. I can actually, to be fair, go Deep Desert, Great Flat first, get Spice, and maybe. Oh, Arakeen. Oh, wow. So Arakeen's blocked as well. So I guess the only way for me to draw cards would be Research Station. I guess I could go Smuggling. I can go Smuggling and then Great Flat. Oh my god, Smuggling is blocked. Okay, so I could go Great Flat. So I do have two experimentations. So that actually does give me options to start revealing my dissecting kit um, for the bumps. But hmm, this is hard. Yeah, it's like I think this is my only line. Find my diplomacy. So that means this is really really bad because it's like I think I have to go down because I don't have a dagger to trash. I mean, I do pick up an intrigue. Maybe the intrigue's nice. What is that? Ambush. Okay, well, could definitely win the combat. So I guess so now I have to either go Great Flat. Oh, I can't even go Great Flat. It's like either Imperial Basin and reveal my desk ticket for a beetle, or go to Still Suit so that my next round, or starting next round, my Signet Ring triggers for two troops. Now this is really really difficult decision to make here. Um, the other option is just play diplomacy to anywhere. Like it doesn't have to be still suits, but realistically, it probably should be still suits anyways. I mean, I would end up with like three water by the end of this round, because I'd get two from the alliance and probably place in this combat, assuming Polytrades somehow doesn't put in two more troops and then Yuna doesn't go over the top, puts in two more troops. Hmm. So the question is it Imperial Basin here for to start revealing my deck kit, or is it Conspire from Polytrades? Yeah, I said so. Like I think he was probably gonna plan on going Conspire anyway for Swordmaster. Hmm. So Baron's getting Swordmaster next round, unless he finds an infiltrate right now, and then he's probably gonna start revealing for Guild Ambassador and call it a day. He has a couple of fold space in his deck, which is gonna be useful for like draw. Yuna, what is Yuna doing? What's Yuna's plan? I have no idea. Yuna's probably gonna try to pick up the Emperor Alliance, I would think. Maybe look to. I mean, she has a lot of Solari. She can also maybe go High Council and maybe pick up Imperial Ceremony. It's definitely on the road. I decided for Still is probably the better option because first of all, it gives me options to go to Great Flat and get Spice. But the problem is like next round, I don't know if I have any yellow because both of my yellows are in my hand, and my third yellow I played because my Signet Ring is there. Um, well, that's a little unfortunate. I guess we just have to hope and pray. We could buy Scientific Breakthrough. I think we might as well, right? I mean, we have so much water. I mean, Spy Sats is on the road. We could even consider buying Spy Sats. I mean, we do have three spies, so like we could go to Assembly Hall, not Assembly Hall, sorry, Tech Negotiation and buy Spy Satellites, and then just give up on all the other factions and just hammer Fremen for the rest of the game. Um, get our one alliance, score our other three faction points through Spy Satellites, and then start revealing for beetles so that we can get to the end of the beetle track. So we probably pick up two beetles. We try to pick up Scientific Breakthrough, so we pick up So ideally, I think I'm thinking like my way to score like 10 points or 11 points this game would be through appropriate. Appropriate is actually not bad as well because we do have a shipping bump already from the first combat. We end up buying a scientific breakthrough as well because ideally it's going to be one way for me to end the game, or not the end the game. It's going to be one way for me to score some points because, well, think about it. I can go scientific breakthrough. I can probably complete it. I mean, I'm literally one, two, three, four experimentations off from completing scientific breakthrough, which is actually not that bad given I have two water. So it's like literally me playing two experimentations and going researching with scientific breakthrough, and I have it. I mean, there's 3 rounds for me to experiment 4 times. Shouldn't be too difficult, right? Hmm. I mean, I also have my Front Alliance, so definitely Spy Satellites is on the menu. I also have a smuggle bump. I can go smuggling down. So the question is, do I want to win the combat here? Probably not. I mean, not that I can. I mean, I'll just tie him, and I don't really care about winning this combat because if I'm playing for Spy Satellites, I don't really care, right? And given the fact that I've basically zero access in my deck, playing for Spy Satellites is objectively the right call here. Am I going to be blocked on Spy Satellites is the question. I think the answer is no. Okay, so nice. We actually place ahead of Yuna in this combat, which is actually really nice. That's actually super crucial to me because, well, the two Solari might be useful for like a Dreadnought, right? I could go Dreadnoughting and then maybe try to pick up Spy Satellites with the Dreadnought, but Spaceport is out there, Invasion Ships is out there. Um, I mean, Invasion Ships was already out there. Sorry, I guess Paul Atreides might decide to pick up Invasion Ships because he could try to go shipping. He does have Chom Delegate, so he does have a way to go shipping, but it's not it's not guaranteed every round. Ooh, the Mentat combat. Okay, wow, we found our experimentation again. Okay, so we just love finding experimentation. So I mean, obviously, if we see Great Flat, we'd be more than happy to go Great Flat. But we also have to keep in mind that other players might decide to block us on Spy Satellites. So if somebody decides to go spy, he's harvesting right now, then we are in a lot of trouble. The other kind of worry is somebody going interstellar shipping and buying Spy Satellites from us. And it looks like Baron is not going to be playing for that line. Baron is going to argue to start spamming points with his Guild Ambassador, which makes sense. I need Spice for this, right? He's going to pick up Solari, though. Interesting. Why? Why Solari over Spice? Sonic Snoopers. Okay, he's going to give up some intrigues. Was that 2 intrigues he gave up? Okay. I mean, I definitely want to go Great Flat if I can, but I think the first, like, I think the first action is the first action great flat if I see it or do I well actually it all really just depends. Actually, oh my god, I just realized not Saban. Baron didn't go Swordmaster. Baron gave up Swordmaster. That might be a mistake from him. I mean, is shipping really that important? I guess to be fair, it is pretty important, right? Because shipping gets him the bump right now, so that he can maybe get the spice to start using for Guild Ambassador, but it's also weird that he picked up a Solari. Does he have Opulence or something? Or does he have 10 Solari end game? What? I'm so confused by this Baron's play. I guess maybe Baron was considering not going Swordmaster because he's like, well, if Paul Atreides gets it, this round, then he's guaranteed to see it next round because nobody else can go Swordmaster. Yuna's gonna pick up the from Emperor Alliance, or is gonna try to pick up the Emperor Alliance, and he's probably gonna set up very nicely on this Emperor track. She has Freighter Fleet, I believe, right? So she's gonna smuggle down eventually and maybe pick up spy satellites, which is kind of worrying. Also, the other thing is like I think Menta was like okay here. Hmm. I mean, I just get draw gives me options to go research stationing. Like, can I at the end of the track this round? I don't think I can. Right? I'm like exactly what would be 1, 2. Yeah, I'm one scientific off or one research station, one research icon off. So it's like I'd have to like really dig for a research station. Or I'd have to really dig for scientific next round, which I think is actually okay. Like if I get two researchers off this round, as long as I draw into scientific by round 7, we actually do pull it off. Okay, so it's actually not that bad. But that infers B going to research station this round. Because then if I go research station that I actually have the Solari to, oh not Solari, I have the research bump to actually be able to go to not go to, but have dissected kit online for beetle reveals, which gives me closer to the beetle track. Maybe even gets me the possible second beetle. So maybe Yuna goes. Maybe Yuna goes. Tech negotiation and buys spy satellites ahead of me. Depends on how much she cares about spy satellites. We'll see. Maybe she might even consider going to Dreadnought. Might even go High Council. I would suggest. I would think maybe High Council. Research station. Okay, so we're blocked on research station, which is actually okay because like we literally just need to find scientific again on round 7, which is very very likely as long as we draw a card next round on round 6. Or no, we need to draw how many cards? We need to draw. Well, as of right now, we need to draw 3 cards, which might not be too easy. However, with some sort of like select breeding or even like research station, we do have an option. We're gonna go Grey Flat here, and I don't know. I think like obviously I'm recording this game in hindsight, so I think maybe this was a slight mistake because there's no reason to deploy. Like, there's no reason to play for Great Flat when I could just go instead to Assembly Hall or not Assembly Hall. Sorry, Tech Negotiation, buying spy satellites, and just hostaging the game for the rest of time. I'm probably gonna play my scientific here. Also, the thing is, I get to stall out my opponents here, which is kind of nice. So I can decide exactly how much to deploy when playing for the next round. And I actually might need this extra action so that I actually have enough cards to draw so that I'm guaranteed to find scientific breakthrough on round 7. So I don't know. I mean, this is interstellar shipping from Paul Atreides. He's gonna go up down. He's gonna go up down and buy spy satellites. No way. Actually, is he incentive? I mean, he does get 3 points from spy satellites. To be fair, no, he's gonna. Oh my god, he wasn't even on 3. He was on 1. He goes up to 3. I guess he's planning on revealing it, right? He's planning on revealing some sort of bump down, or even it might be a diversion play possibly. And then when he like highliners again, he gets to go down and pick up spy sets or something and try to take the from spacing alliance from Baron, so that Baron's guild ambassador is like almost useless. So I mean, spy satellites is definitely out there. So it's like I'm so incentivized to go there, but I also have an appropriate in my hand. I kind of want to go to like I'm probably gonna go smuggling with my appropriate next round and probably pick up the bump up on Emperor. Um, but I think spy satellites is probably the right call here, and then I can still play my scientific breakthrough for another experimentation. So, hmm, like I've already seen what most people's reveals. Not most people. Sorry, I've seen Baron's reveal. So I have literally an action to act on. So it's like I could even consider going Arakeen first, like draw a couple of cards, see what we draw into. Yeah, maybe I should realistically be prioritizing spy satellites here, but I might be able to pull off some sort of bumps otherwise. The bump with appropriate is also, and I mean the bump with Emperor also gives me appropriate options. Like I don't have to wait around for appropriate. Also, I find my other experimentation, so it's like I just have experimentation galore. Like I have 3 experimentations, which is actually pretty good. But the problem is I need to find like that. This is also really bad because if I don't play my experimentation now, then I'd have to find a way to not only play experimentation next round, I'd have to play scientific again on like round 7, which actually is not that bad, but also wouldn't have an experimentation next round to even play because both of them are on my hands. How far am I on this track? Pretty far. So I mean, I could Spice Max, could go Spy Satellites. To be fair, nobody's really. I guess people are threatening Spy Sats like with the smuggling down, but I could also maybe decide to buy spy sets like later on. Also, I might even consider just getting all my faction bumps. Like I have one bump with I have one bump with smuggling, right? So that's 1 point. Or one bump. Then I could even pick up the bump up through the research track, which actually maybe it's not that good. I need to pick up the beetle instead, and I need to get to the end of the beetle track. I need to get the second beetle track to score my points. I might just pick up my regular faction bumps. Like I get a bump up on Emperor. Sorry, maybe pick up a bump up on Benny and try to go like selective rating to find like spices though, or even find this is stage incident makes sense. Okay, so with the amount of spice I have, right, I could even consider buying like 2 techs. Like I could go to like I don't know tech negotiation and buy invasion ships and buy shuttle fleet or not shuttle fleet spy satellites. We want to win the combat here. I really like this combat because it guarantees me a position in next combat. Like if you look at everybody's garrison here, it's only 1-1-0-0, which is actually really really nice because we go into next combat as the third to last. We are third to last act, right? Oh, we found a list of dealings, which is huge, by the way. As long as nobody finds. Okay, so what's the situation on the beetle? Oh, so if hmm, I guess if blue ends up getting a research bump, he gets it. Oh no, sorry. Okay, well it doesn't matter. Um, red gets the beetle spice anyway. That's fine. I mean, we don't really care, right? Oh, we found diplomacy. Actually, it was guaranteed. So we can go selective breeding. We can definitely go. So I guess our options here are play appropriate to smuggling, right? Smuggle down, pick up our spice sets if you want, or just try to go for all of our factions regularly and try to ending it that way. Like my position in here in this game is like okay, I can pick up my two friendships, which is 6 points. I pick up the alliance or not the alliance. I pick up the combat, which is 7. I pick up 2 points from beetle, which is 9, and spice slow, which is 10. But I have to be like spice slow to hit 10. So it's like I would say I'm a little bit behind. It's not too far behind. Oh, wait, now scientific breakthrough. Scientific breakthrough is my 11. I don't actually need, so I could actually do a very clear path to 11 points here. It would be get both of my friendships, which actually kind of is kind of really difficult because I don't have a way to get all my friendships. I have a way to get. I mean, I can get one friendship with selective breeding into also, Spice has got taken, by the way, so we are have to kind of get all our faction ups anyways. I think this was a mistake from my part. I think I should have realistically, prioritized playing for Spy Satellites there a little bit more because Spy Satellites in the hands of Baron is kind of bad because now he's kind of going to chase me on Emperor or he's going to chase me on Fremen because he doesn't really need his Emperor bump. Actually, who bought Spy Satellites? I believe. Wait, was it Paul Atreides? Paul Atreides bought Spy Satellites. Sorry, Paul Atreides bought Spy Satellites. So he's gonna ace him. That incentivizes him to chase Baron or me on Fremen spacing. It just depends on where he wants to go. And also, given the fact that Baron has the most amount of points, hopefully that incentivizes Paul to go for the Fremen spacing alliance instead of the Fremen. I'm gonna play my appropriate. I have 4 Solari. I can first of all, I'm gonna spend. Actually, I don't know. I mean, we'll spend for spice to just buy invasion ships because well first of all we need the troops, also we need to make sure that we have unrestricted access to research station so that when we do play scientific breakthrough we have it guaranteed. We probably pick up Chalmarchy here with 4 Solar. It's 4 Solar for 2 intrigues and be guaranteed to win endgame, so I think it's almost always 2 intrigues. Yeah, play with the Solari. Pick up Poison Super and Water Peddlers. Water Peddlers is actually really nice. Water Peddlers is really nice. We'll play the illicit dealings and just get ourselves a nice little beetle point. So now we can roll for another beetle. Puts me up to what the fifth beetle, right? So I need to find 2 more somehow, which is actually pretty easy, given that I probably am gonna get one through the end of hitting the end of the track. So that's one guaranteed. And as long as I find my desk, I can get one more time, or I guess that's about it. Like that's the only way for me to hit it, right? So like I'd have to find the 2 end beetles. What this water peddlers unit is actually really nice because now I can just go to like Fremkit or sorry, still suits and then have the ability to go research station. Might even consider going siege possibly. Polish Radius plays Imperium ceremony and picks up 2 intrigues, puts one on top. So let's see how long it takes. The intrigues are super super easy. It wouldn't take too long, but maybe the intrigues are a little bit more interesting. Sometimes but also sometimes like she's just reading the intrigue. Like maybe the intrigue is just really really wordy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, based on that much time that he spent on it, I don't know if that's a good intrigue or a bad intrigue. To be fair, I could figure it out if I just go to Carthag, and as long as Yuna doesn't go to Carthag, that is, or somehow generates an intrigue. So I have 6 spice here. So this definitely can be a Highlander into a research station. But the problem is like with the Highlander research station line is like first of all I'm already scoring so many freaking water. Like I'm gonna get 2 water from Highlander if I go for it. I'm gonna get 1 water from the combat if I win it, and then I'm gonna get 1 water on intrigue. So it's like they're really into 4 water, but I also like having water at the end of the day is not bad because it gives me options to go both research station and grade flat in the same round. So first of all, I mean we know our top card, right? It is I believe a experimentation? No, it's not experimentation. You know what? Screw it. We'll go Highlander. We'll go Highlander. We will. I mean, we don't have to rip everything right now. We have 2 actions still, so we can actually wait for other players to deploy. And first of all, we're just going to scare them slightly. But we also need to make sure that we are deploying enough troops so that we don't have an um we don't have an over deployment of garrison, or I guess an oversaturated garrison going into round 7. We need to make sure we have at least exactly 6 troops. And with this play, first of all, we have the ability to deploy troops with our ring if we want. And the other option is also we to garrison our troops if we want, because Signet range generates 2 troops because we have the alliance. So definitely research station here. I mean, I go research station and sorry, I was I didn't even realize. I could go research station here and pick up the 1 beetle bump and guarantee myself the draw into my scientific breakthrough as long as I don't draw it this round. But this actually does guarantee me research station 2 times in a row, which is actually huge because I have invasion ships now. So I can also invade to either Highliner if I want. Probably not Highliner. I'm only gonna get like max 4 spice next round, so probably not Highliner. Maybe like selective breeding possibly. But again, as we know already, I have absolutely no access in my deck. So the only way for me to get another point would be either fold space. That's kind of about it actually. There's literally fold space or an intrigue. I mean, or actually no, I have smuggling down as well. I can also smuggle down for my bump on spacing, so that point should be guaranteed. Now the question is how else am I ending the game? Like I'm on round 7 here, round going into round 7 here. If I win this combat, that puts me up to 6, right? I smuggle down next round for my spacing points 7. I find a scientific breakthrough that is 8. I find a beetle, which is 9, and a spice whistle, which is 10. Um, I don't know. I mean, spacing is 6. When this combat is 7. Splice and slow is 8. Beetle is 9. Scientific is 10. What's the 11th point? Spacing? Did I count that already? I don't even know. I've given up. Oh, we've got scientific right now. Oh, actually, wait, that's not bad. That's not bad because I actually do have the ability to play it and pull it off. So I will just go for that. I mean, the reason again why I'm deploying is because I don't want to. I'm basically guaranteed to play a scientific breakthrough to either Siege or Eric whatever Baron leaves open. If he, I mean, if he gives me the choice, that is. Um, so I'm happy with going to just Arakeen. I mean, does Arakeen help me? Probably, right? I probably want to go Arakeen because my next hand is like pretty garbage. So I want to make sure that I actually have position to, draw cards if needed. Um, However, I do have the ability to go research station because I am at the end of the day, holding Water Peddler's unit, and I'm probably gonna win this combat. So Yuna has no intrigues left, or not intrigue. Yuna has 1 intrigue, but no agents, so she can't deploy. I'm guaranteed to win this combat, which is gonna get me to 6 points. Scientific breakthrough this round is 7 points. Spices the next round 8 points. Spacing 9 points. Beetle 10 points. That I mean, the Beetle is very hopeful. That is, I mean, if we have to somehow find a way to get Desiccate back into our hand. With the ability of Research Station, it makes it a little bit more likely, but again, still not very, very likely. Speaking of with the Imperium row, we did see a Web of Power just being revealed, so we actually, I mean, we won't even be able to buy it. Baron's gonna buy Web of Power. Yeah, but I think Erikin is the right call here because, first of all, Erikin gives me the draw, right? So that the odds of me, as long as I don't draw my liaison here, is fine. Yeah, okay. So we have 7 Persuasion. With 7 Persuasion, I mean, I don't really care what I play. I mean, I guess I could maybe consider buying like Guild Ambassador just so that I have guaranteed access to spacing when I want, like whether it's a Highliner, whether it's like a fold space to get one of my friendships. I do think like I made the wrong choice in not prioritizing spy satellites because the spy satellites makes me so that I don't have to worry about getting my friendships and I can just like score highlight like I just like try to go highliner when I want to win the combat, not when I want to get my friendship. So definitely some choices here. Ooh, Inner Show Conspiracy is out there, but the problem is I don't think I have a single Emperor card. So maybe it's not that great. Yeah, I just take my Beetle first. I pick up, was that a Grand Conspiracy I just found? Jeez, Grand Conspiracy is huge. Actually, is it? I mean, I don't know if I cancel. I'm probably not getting a Spice and Slow. Actually, I'll probably get a Spice in the next round of the research in play. So Spice and Slow is definitely an option. Yeah, Guild Ambassador is probably the right play here. Like, it's just it gives me a faction access, man. Like, like in the case that the game goes round 8, which is highly unlikely that I was gonna go round 8, but in the case that it does, I want to make sure I am prepared. We win this combat very easily. We are gonna go Research Station first action next round. Well, it depends on my hand. I mean, I do have a liaison if I really want to play it, but yeah, I think I might be in a spot where it's like, oh, I really want to play this. But I guess I can also just go like Great Flat and draw a card that way as well with Water Pillars Union. Hmm. Tekro is showing Minimic Film, so I might consider buying Minimic Film. Well, actually, I have no spice. Matter of fact, I have literally nothing going for me. Um. Oh, so we picked up Interstruct Conspiracy and Guild Ambassador, which makes sense because I need my faction bumps. So that gives me a way to score my faction bumps. So I can play like Interstruct Conspiracy with Guild Chief Admin. I think that's what it's called, right? And then or Guild, I think what is Guild Administrator? Administrator. That's what it is. Guild Administrator. And I just go to Fold Space and I take my bump up on Benny, and then I smuggle down for my bump up on Benny again. So that's my two friendships basically secured, guaranteed. The combat is nice though because it allows me to win it for a very nice amount. Oh, find a recon. That's huge because that gives me research station. That is what we love to see. Okay, so oh, by the way, Yunus has 20 Solari. I didn't notice, but geez, thanks for actually for pointing it out because why does he have 12? Why does he have 20 Solari? Does he have two sets of the 10 Solari endgames? Because realistically, you only need 10 Solari to proc both of those endgames if you have them. I believe what is it called like economic positioning and war chest. But anyways, let's continue. We're gonna see a Mentat from Baron. We're gonna see smuggling from dude. I'm never shipping down here. This is horrendous. Like I have two shipping bumps. I've gone up two times, thinking, oh, I'm gonna come down eventually. I'm gonna get my bump on spacing, which is gonna trigger my bump on. We're just gonna trigger probably an endgame, right? Because I win this combat, I probably get a spice slow, assuming I get to Area Keen, and I'm guaranteed to get Area Keen now. So I get Area Keen here, which puts me up to not. I'm holding 10 persuasion right now, so it's like if I draw a card, I'm probably gonna keep 10 as long as I don't draw a dagger. But I already have a dagger in my hand, so it's the odds of me drawing a dagger are 0. But what we're really looking for here is Dissecting Kit because the minute we find Dissecting Kit, we actually do have a path to end the game because first of all, we get a beetle point, which is 8. We get two combat points, which is 10, and then a spices slow, which is 11. But unfortunately, we did not find a beetle or Dissecting Hit. We have one action left. So what if I go Fold Space? Does that give me the end? Because I go Fold Space for 8, I win this combat for 10, and then I get a Spice, which is 11. So I guess as long as I don't get blocked on Fold Space, we actually do have a way to end the game as well. So I think it's just gonna be Fold Space here, right? But the problem is like, what if Baron somehow rips Highliner? But I mean, the odds of him doing that are nearly 0 though. So I mean, Yuna is absolutely not contesting this combat. I'm actually surprised Yuna is not contesting the combat because I mean, she totally could. Like, she could just go up on Emperor. She could like hammer some more strength in this combat. Maybe. Oh, this is gonna be. Oh, she's gonna take the Benny Alliance first. Okay, interesting. To take the Benny Alliance instead of the instead of like the friendship and just kind of being happy with the friendship. But I guess not. Well, I mean, I have Guild Chief Admin in my hands, so or sorry, Guild Administrator in my hands, so there's no reason not to play it, right? And I definitely have to think a little bit on this move, because like if I score these 2 points right now, I get to 10, and then Spice Slow's 11, without finding my last beetle. So it's like the question is, do I think 11 points is going to be enough to get first place here? Because I don't really care about getting second. Like, yes, I know I'm currently sitting 1 star away from Masters, but I don't really care about getting second. Like, it's like either for me, it's either I get first or I get last. The other thing is I also have Charmarchy, so I don't really care about Spice Tearbreaks. So maybe it is better to just play Guild Admin to Fold Space, getting my faction point, and then trying to end the game that way. But I could also just, you know, be super careful on the combat because I mean Baron is holding 3 intrigues and he has 2 actions, so like Hardy Warriors is like 3 troops, and then he goes like I don't know Erican or Siege or something, and then he gets or he finds some way to deploy one more troop in, so that puts me up to like third like I don't know 13 strength or something for assuming and no combat intrigues. Like he gets a decent bit of strength, I can't lie, like assuming those are combat intrigues, that is. Without that, it's a little more difficult. Okay, Web of Power played from Baron. So Baron finds Web of Power. I guess he have like a spaceport or something. No, he has no spaceport. Web of Power is like an Imperium row card. It's not a Talaxi row card. So he can't even put it on top unless it's like a recruit mission or something. Um. Anyways, we did find our guild chief admin with our administrator. Or sorry, we found our administrator with our Interstruct Conspiracy, which is I guess not bad, but it's also not great. However, we have a spice slow here for 7. I was really looking for my dissecting kit. which again we have not found. Um, oh, actually no, we do have Destiny ticket. So jeez, I was just waffling. I do have Destiny ticket, so I'm actually just ending the game. I didn't even realize. So I guess maybe I should just worried about not ending the combat, like, or I should just focus on getting my spacing bump. It's gonna realistically come down to like, does Baron have enough end games to beat me? He has three. Is that five intrigues? So it's like he could have, I don't know, corner or something. Yeah, I think they've clocked on that I'm probably gonna end the game this round. Okay, yeah, it is, and it's too late for them to basically do something. But there is some paths here where Baron can, I don't know, take my Benny Alliance. He does have what, power play, right, or treachery? I don't know which one is it, but he has power play or treachery in his hand. So if he can treachery my Fremen Alliance, that would be really really bad. I mean, I pick up my beetle point, I pick up a spice slow, about so he's up to 9, and then I win this combat as 11. There's a power play on, yeah, like if Baron has a power play, then it really changes things. Because if Baron has power play in his hands, then we go one more round, right? So maybe I should have just played it more safe and just picked up the spacing point, which would have guaranteed my 12 points, so that even if I lose an alliance with power play, which again I should have probably known because Baron's holding like two cards in the deck, and it's kind of, I mean, I guess he's not going to Fremen right now, meaning he probably does not have yeah, he does not have power play, meaning we actually do get away with it unless he finds some sort of like, if he wins the combat and then plays like demand respect or something. Actually, well, he can't win. He can't win the combat. Well, if he wins the combat, then the game doesn't end anyway, right? So it's just a matter of, does he have enough swords to beat me in the combat? Because otherwise, the game ends. Well, as a matter of fact, I think he ends it himself. He wins the combat, right? Because he gets to 10 from the combat, and assuming spices, so he gets to 11. So yeah, Red is just trying to like spice max, or not spice max, points max. Okay, so she's okay. Red's got 10 points right now. But spice is low, so Paul Atreides trashes his spy satellites. He trashes. He plays Chom. What's it called? Chom shares, and he buys a spices slow. So he's on 10 points. Friachi. Oh, sorry, not Friachi. Baron buys another spices slow, so he's on 9 points. So now it's gonna become, it could come down like corner to market. It could come down like plans. However, he's what, a green. Does green even have plans online? He has 1 point off plans, so that puts him to 10, which is like okay. I don't really care. Like, I mean, I'm on 11, so it doesn't really matter. But and I have Charmarchy. I mean, Grand Conspiracy is literally 0 points for me because I don't have High Council. But I have Spices low. I don't have 4+ on 2, and I don't have 2 Dreadnoughts. So, but the game is over, right? Yeah. Oh, the 10 Solari endgame is on you now. Who would have seen that coming? 20 Solari, and Baron doesn't have corner of the market, but he only gets 1 point from it, I believe, right? So that puts him to 10. Yuna gets her endgame point. Okay. And we take it down. We love to see it. A nice little beast win. I really wouldn't want to win the game with beast, but that's okay. We'll be all right with the beast. Anyways, let's see how we do. We are currently 1 star for masters, and with this, we actually do take it down. We get into masters. Let's see what our rank is. Rank 47. But you know, I mean, assuming I'm probably not gonna be playing this game too much. We might not be in this rank for too long. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed that, let me know in the comments, and I'll keep doing some a little bit more digital gameplay if you guys are interested. And I'm currently also hosting the Colosseum tournament, which signups are open for. So if you guys are curious on how to get into the Colosseum, which is a Dune, Imperium Uprising and Bloodlines tournament, go ahead and click the link in the description and you can join my server and you get all the details for the Colosseum. And with that, we will call it there. Hope you guys enjoyed. We will see you guys on another Consules video.